Welcome to a sneak preview of Careful with That Backpack Eugene. In October 2000, I was a 44-year-old single dad with Eugene, who was 2 years and 11 months. We set off on an incredible wild adventure around China and Laos. Some of the places we visited were totally off-grid. Even adults would have been apprehensive at taking on some of the wild escapades we got ourselves involved in, and Eugene was just a toddler. Luckily, I got 20 hours of footage, so it's all on film. And today, I'm just going to show you snippets of a couple of adventures we had out of dozens. So, without further ado, let's get to the first adventure. This was in Laos. It was a 2-day river journey. We got 3 villagers and their longboat to take us 2 hours down the not 2 hours, sorry, 2 days down the Nam Ta River from Luang Nam Ta in northern Laos near the Chinese border to Hue Sai on the Mekong River. We were joined by 3 Canadians and an English guy from Leeds. Now, take into account, we had no life jackets and we were right out in the middle of nowhere. No roads, just a river with very few boats. So if we did have an accident, it would have been days before we managed to get to any medical centre. Very risky, and looking back, quite foolhardy, but we did it. Enjoy.
Daddy, what are we doing now, Eugene?
On the boat.
On the boat. Do you like the boat?
Have water.
You like the boat?
Yeah. Have water.
Yeah, a lot of water. We are in Laos, going down the, I think it's the Nam Tan River.
Oh, right.
There were lots of rapids too. Quite dangerous when I think about it now.
Eugene, in the middle. Little rapids. This is quite rough now. We're having to fight with the water. My goodness. Here I am on the boat. Now we're going, where's Eugene?
Yeah.
Look at the camera. We're on the boat. Where's Eugene? There's Eugene. We've been through a few rapids, but we're doing okay.
About an hour and a half into the journey, the engine packed in, and luckily we got to the bank and tied the boat to some trees. as the driver tried to repair the engine. It was really hot and we were just stuck there.
Well, we're tied to a bush at the side because our man's making
You want to try some?
quick engine repair. The engine cut out. I don't fancy going down these rapids without an engine.
A boat arrived at long last and pulled over and tried to assist our driver in repairing the engine.
Are you going to stop and help us?
Yeah, I need to see.
Yeah, they're going to stop. We need some help.
Butterfly. Pumpkin.
Okay, maybe we'll get some help now. Well, we've got a pig in there. A couple of dogs all sticking together.
Lunch with a friend.
My hat's covered in many bugs, flies. You can see there. Hopefully we'll get things repaired soon and carry on.
The other man in the boat couldn't fix the engine, so he left. Luckily, our driver managed to repair it, and off we went again.
Well, we're still stuck here.
What?
Well, off we go again.
I'm pleased to report that we had no further problems with the engine during the remaining 1.5 days to Hue Sai. We stayed overnight at a Tai Lua minority tribe village. They put us up for the night and gave us some noodles to eat. An amazing experience. We then continued and visited a number of small villages by the bank of the river before arriving at the mighty Mekong River for a 25-kilometre boat ride into Hue Sai. We arrived safely, a little bit shaken and stirred, but still alive, which is amazing really, isn't it? From what he was only 3 years old at the time. What an adventure. And it cost to hire the boat and the driver and the two people at the front less than $100 between 5 people. I'm led to believe that it's possible to do it now, but it will cost 5 people round about $800 US. So what an adventure. And the full trip will be on my website soon, as I do the full 1 year journey of Careful with That Backpack, Eugene. The next sneak preview you're going to get is of a trip we did in Sichuan in the southwest of China. We were accompanied by an American lady called Diana, who we'd been travelling with a little bit, and what an amazing trip this is. We stayed with minority villages, 4 days and 3 nights. Enjoy. A full day's hot, sticky trek to get to the first village. What we'd do, we'd arrive at the village, and then the village chief would allow us to sleep on mats in his living room, and we usually gave him $1 each or something like that, and they welcomed us. Amazing.
Off we go.
No tree.
Come on, Eugene, back.
There were no showers. It was the river for us and for them.
Here we are in the village at night. Nice sight. Sorry, I'm not doing you mud.
And they gave us some food and some alcohol and some beer. A party for the guests. Wonderful.
Because you can, I mean, English, some English you can.
There we go.
American English still understand. You can.
Yeah, American English. What about American English?
You can fuck it up. No, you can. Yeah.
Here he is now. Just opened the bottle with his teeth.
We woke up with slight hangovers, and the next day was a really difficult hot walk.
That's the way we're going. Let's have a look at Eugene. Yes, Eugene, are you tired?
No.
No, because he's a strong boy. Alright, we're going through the forest to get there now. This is supposed to be a quicker way, so we'll see what happens. Still work to do.
Ew, ew.
Many big leaves. Look at the size of these leaves, eh? Massive.
We eventually arrived quite late to another meal and another party. In the morning we were given breakfast and found we were the centre of attraction. Us Westerners, not many of them visit this area.
Cái nồi ở đây đúng là sẵn.
We set off late after spending the day in the village, and it was a bit foolhardy really because we had a long way to go, but off we went.
There's Eugene. We're moving on very late to the next place. Quite nice scenery, but the clouds are looking a bit black. Nice water there. Come on then. Nice. That's the way we've just come. You can see the clouds coming in just there. They're coming in now. And that's the way on. The muddy track. Here's one of me. You've not seen my ugly mug for a while because I've been trying to save the batteries. But we've set off rather late. Just on a spur. Here's Eugene as well. He's a good boy. We set off rather late, and it's 6:30 now. We're going to try and. It's a 13-kilometre walk to the next village. We've probably done about 3 or 4. So, you know, Eugene's doing really well. But we just decided to move on to the next village. Amazing scenery around here. It's probably going to throw it down. As you can see, the clouds are coming in. But I'm going to have a quick cigarette and then get moving again.
Luckily, we chanced upon a village that we didn't even know was there. So we decided to beg for a room for the night, or a floor for the night in this tiny village.
I'm walking along. There's Eugene with his stick. Coming to a small village. Let's hope we can stay. It's getting dark now. And a beautiful mountain over there.
And we were lucky. They said, welcome.
Well, we finally arrived. We've had some peanuts and rice. Where's Eugene? There's Eugene in his bed with his milk. Time to sleep. What are you drinking, Eugene? Drink some more tea for Daddy. Drink some tea. Oh. There's a breakfast. We've had some breakfast.
After breakfast, we were very lucky because we were offered a tractor ride for a few kilometres on our journey to the next village.
On the tractor. There's Eugene. There's the driver and the boy. Hey, ngam ngam. Ni hao. Sit down, Eugene. Hold on, Eugene. Maybe this it now. Maybe that's it. Maybe we can't go any further. We've met two guys on the road who said the road's impassable up there, so we've only got to walk another 25 kilometres. We really are in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, the road was impassable, so we had to continue on foot and wait until you see the state of the road. You'll understand why it was impassable, and look at the mud we had to go through.
Very good. Another word?
Here I am, carrying two bags, one at the front, one at the back. It's hot, but we're carrying on. Diana's carrying Eugene, I'm carrying two bags. Only another 5 hours to go. Here comes Eugene. Difficult part.
Yeah, this is kind of... Hey, you want to help me, actually?
What do you want to do? Put the bags down.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be getting through. Come on, don't videotape this.
This will be great. Your dad will love this.
No.
It gets better now. You passed the worst of it.
Ah, this is gross.
You're almost there.
Eugene's lucky. You don't have to walk through this. Feels really good, though. It's like a big mud bath. You can feel my...
Get up to the mud. There's Eugene. Where's Eugene? You like the mud, Eugene?
No.
It's up to your knees in mud. Look at my legs. So I'm gonna have to come. Back and get you, but the man's coming. Bring Eugene. Look at that. You all right, Eugene? Do you want to walk or the man? Say share, share, Eugene. Share, share. Oh, he's one experience, man. Come on, you nearly done it. That's why the tractor couldn't go, yeah? Oh.
We eventually arrived at a small village.
We just stopped here. We've still got another 20 kilometres to go. At least got to try and get to the next village. Eugene's just cleaning his teeth. What are you doing, Eugene?
A few hours later, we got back to so-called civilization. And it was quite strange after being so quiet in the middle of nowhere. All the cars and people and traffic. It was mind-blowing. Hope you enjoyed those two adventures that we had, and there's so many more. So don't forget to subscribe to www.sidandkid.com. Thanks. Bye-bye.